Hello drivers! One of the things we all love about the driver games is the chases, to get the thrill of Hollywood car chases. And one way to do this is to start a random chase with the cops, simple but effective. At least in the first driver games, where the cops will relentlessly chase you for the slightest traffic infraction. Let's be honest, most of the time the chases were triggered by accidents, but that was part of the gameplay experience and you could use a cheat code if you just wanted to drive without being bothered by the police. That is not the case in Driver San Francisco. In fact, the behavior of the cops is very different from the rest of the series, at least as far as triggering a police chase is concerned. Forget about unwanted chases, it is almost impossible to start one by accident, because you have to hit a cruising police car directly. Speeding, driving on the curbs and scaring pedestrians, or even hitting a traffic car in front of a police car won't start a chase. While I understand that with more cars on the screen and more things to focus on during gameplay, alerting the police could sometimes be too frequent and detract from the experience. I feel that having the option to make the cops tougher would have been a good addition, think of it as an hardcore game mode. That's now possible thanks to the latest version of Felony Rework. It has a lot of new features and its author Alanoff has done a great job of showcasing each of them on its channel, but the one I was most interested in was of course the Cop Alert rework. Basic mechanically, you get the functionality of the older driver games and more. Any rudeness will now trigger a chase if there is a police car in the area. There is also a brief camera sequence to let you know that a cop has been alerted and where, but you can turn this off if you don't like it. In fact, a lot of things can be edited in the config file, so you can tweak the experience to your liking. More than just the start, the rest of the chase has been improved to be more like the traditional driver games. For example, there are levels of felony that increase as you continue to commit offenses after triggering a chase. It's displayed on the screen, so it's a bit different, but it works the same way. Of course, as you get higher levels, the cops become more aggressive and different types of tactics are used, including roadblocks. You will also encounter different types of vehicles with SWAT van spawning. To be honest, level 1 and 2 are not that challenging and the real fun starts at level 3. For me, it completely changes the experience of free roaming in Driver San Francisco and it fixes something that I felt was missing since I first played the game when it was released. I was never interested in starting a chase on purpose, nor in the way it was carried out. In my opinion, Felony Rework improved both of these elements in its package of new features. I highly recommend you give it a try. It's easy to install, just download the file and unzip it into the game directory, then check the readme file for the next steps, including which files to backup in case you want to uninstall the mod at some point. Share your feedback in the comments, always appreciated for improvements. Thanks to my reviewers for joining the channel and giving me support. drivendimension.com, French Contact, Neurosins, Tencon on YouTube, Paul Lanois, Mut, Denis Frontier, and David Autosport. Join the channel today.